Hi guys! So as you can see by my naked face, today we're going to do a makeup transformation inspired by a video game character, specifically this boss who is gorgeous yet deadly, named Crossbreed Priscilla from the video game Dark Souls. If you haven't played Dark Souls ever in your life, basically it's an RPG game that's like role-playing. You get to play like medieval knights, you can be male or female, you go into different worlds and battle bosses and different types of enemies, and it is just so entertaining to even watch and play. It's very, very, very hard. It's known to be some of the most beautiful graphics of bosses in my opinion, especially in this boss character Crossbreed Priscilla, because she has beautiful fur and a tail and beautiful long white hair, and she has horns and this neck piece that's like scales. Even if you've never heard of this video game or haven't played it, this character is so interesting. So let's see how it turns out. First of all, I'm putting a wig cap on as usual because I'm definitely going to put a white wig on later. Making sure it's secure with bobby pins, doing some hairspray. And then I'm going to glue down my eyebrows to make them flat so I could paint stuff on top of it later. With some Elmer's glue, let that get tacky and then powder it. You know the steps if you've been watching my videos. You want to do 2 or 3 layers of this depending on your eyebrow thickness. Hair, I feel like those people who announce rides at Disneyland. Because I've explained eyebrow covers so many times, it's like, hello ladies and gentlemen, today I want you to keep all arms, hands inside the ride at all times, but I'm actually talking about layers of glue instead, and how this is not going to take your eyebrow hairs away. But once your eyebrow hairs are flat and completely dry, you may need a hairdryer in between to make sure they're completely dry. We're going to start fitting our face for some prosthetics. I'm getting some prosthetic horns. I don't remember where I got these, but I'll put the link to the website where I got them down below. And everything I use in this video, of course. Making sure the placement of them are correct. And then putting some Proside down with a Q-tip because this will destroy your makeup brushes. A layer lightly on your face where you want the first horn. I am doing 2 sets of horn, baby ones and then big ones. And then another layer of Proside on the actual appliance. When you do these, make sure the layers of Proside aren't too thick or too thin. If they're too thick, they'll take forever to dry. If they're too thin, they won't adhere as well. And on the other side of our forehead, you want to make sure that these do not go on top of your eyebrows because that thin layer of glue, well, it's not a thin layer of glue, but it won't support the Proside. If you get Proside on your eyebrow hairs will come off. It will seep through the glue, get to your eyebrow hairs. You don't want Proside and hair to mix together, or else that's just a disastrous, terrible news. Then I'm getting a red stippling sponge with some liquid latex and stippling on my edges, making sure the seams transition nicely into my skin. You don't want to have a seam stick out. I use a thicker wedge part of the sponge first and then use the thinner one to do the cracks and seams and make sure the transition is nice. I'm starting to look like a baby deer here, or like a baby little devil. Using a hairdryer while singing your favorite songs that you're listening to while doing your makeup is a pro tip, in my opinion. And then I'm going to fit myself for the larger horn appliances. These are made out of foam. I hope you know that. I don't think I said that. But they are foam, so we're going to do the same thing, same steps of Proside. Do a layer on your face, and then a layer on the appliance. Now this is getting very close to your hairline. You do not want the Proside too close to your hairline. On your hairline, make sure it doesn't go on your hairline. You don't want to rip your hairs out like I said before. But really look at the reference pictures of Crossbreed Priscilla while you're doing these horns and basically the whole makeup. Trust me, it will really help. And you want to remember to use a dry Q-tip to roll the edges in, and then more stippling of liquid latex to blend the edges into your skin. You don't want to make this look like you just stuck some random objects on your face that don't really blend nicely. You want yourself to look like a real creature that they grew out of your forehead and face. You want to powder down all that stipple once it's dried. After those horns are on, we are going to cover them eyebrows with some concealer. Whatever concealer is great. Cream concealer works best. A little bit of an orange tone one will cover your darker eyebrows if you have darker eyebrows under those brow covers that we did. Beauty blenders are also great to blend it out and conceal around my under eye. Because Crossbreed Priscilla has like this skin tone around her eyes and nose, but everything else is like a fur-like white tone quality. It like blends in, like she's transforming from human into animal. That's probably why she's called Crossbreed. And then you want to powder it down. And then get some RCMA grease paints or PAX paint to color those appliances. I got the lightest color for my kit. It wasn't white, it's white with a little bit of yellow. I didn't have pure white, but this will work and just do because it's going to be a little darker than the white wig that we're going to put on later, which is perfectly fine, and I think it matches it better and it doesn't all blend together look like a white blob. It actually has a break in the colors, which I think is nice. So we're just painting those horns, and you can put some on your skin to blend it in nicely. Then you could powder down those rubber mask grease paints. Then Crossbreed Priscilla has a skin tone that matches the horns. So I got some cream paint, color matched it with the rubber mask grease paint I put on those horns, which is a lot of white, a little tiny bit of yellow, a little tiny bit of brown, and it makes the color that matches the horn paint. We're trying to do like feather-like strokes. You want it to look like hairs or feathers, just like Crossbreed Priscilla's face is. It has like these hair feather-like qualities of texture, and her skin blends into her regular makeup, honestly. Like, she has some areas around her eyes that we did before and her nose that are like human skin tone, and then it blends out into these feather fur-like qualities. It really helps to get a duo fiber square brush or a thicker paintbrush that's square that has like the quality of those scratchy like fur marks. You don't want to scratch your skin, of course, but you want to have like a texture of paint that looks like feathers or fur. You can have the paint thicker and more opaque around the horns and the edges of your face, and then go more into a thin light feather quality towards the skin tone around your eyes. And that area around your eyes, that's like the human flesh tone color, kind of reminds me of the shape of the Magneto mask from X-Men. But we're not doing that. We're doing this beautiful but deadly creature boss from Dark Souls, Crossbreed Priscilla. You can use your fingers to blend certain parts into the skin tone, and the white of it goes into the bridge of your nose a little bit too. You also want to paint on your neck as well. Not all the way down, because we're going to paint on something gorgeous and beautiful and detailed on there later. You also cannot forget your ears. And then we're going to paint the horns. I got some yellow, brown, and gold and mix that together because Crossbreed Priscilla has like these horn-like patterns. They have like these brown stripes on them, and some are thicker than the others. Reference pictures for this is key, and it will make the horn stand out and it won't blend into the skin and hair and lose the horn shape. And then I'm getting this lip color from Clinique, which is Black Honey. I think it fit her perfectly. It's more natural and she has a light purpley toned lip. Putting some more cream paint on the bottom of my nose. Now it is time to do the smoky eye effect that Crossbreed Priscilla has. She has a definite smoky eye that we're going to recreate with the Sephora Overcast Filter Palette. You don't have to have this palette to use these colors. You basically want just black, some smoky taupes. But you're going to get a blending brush. I love this one from Up and Up. And using some black first and then blending some taupe into there. And then I get a pencil brush with some matte black and really darken in that smoky eye. And make sure to blend your bottom lash line as well. Getting some more of that light cream paint, we've been doing fur marks on our face and doing even more fur marks and texture. You want to take pictures of your face in between this to make sure you don't have any blotchy spots that is missing some fur marks, other than the area around the eyes and nose where she has skin tone that blends nicely into it. And I am powdering down my whole entire makeup. I am also blackening the waterlines with a black eyeliner pencil to give her eyes more of a striking feature. She's very like mysterious, but she has like sexy black smoky eyes. Smoking out the eyeshadow just a little bit more. And then it's time to move on to the beautiful scale collar that Crossbreed Priscilla has. I'm going to hand paint this with some aqua paint. I feel like aqua paint just wears better and dries faster in the creases of my neck. So I'm just doing this with some white aqua paint and a small to medium sized concealer paintbrush. And you want to think of scales on a fish or small feathers on a bird where it's thicker at the bottom and then brushes upwards to a thinner shape. It's kind of like a teardrop almost. And you want to do rows of this across your neck. You want it to look like jewelry almost, but it's going to be painted on and people are going to be like, what? You did that? How long did that take? It does take a long time. It kind of looks like random shark teeth scattered around your neck. Now I want a necklace of teeth, some sort of animal teeth, but not inhumanely taken from animals. And I'm getting more of that yellow tone white cream paint that we use on our face for the fur-like textures on my collar below that painting we just did of all that detail of like the scales. Because we're going to put an outfit on later, so you don't have to like cover everything up, but just enough. You're going to powder all that down with some translucent powder and then get some silver paint. I got this silver cream paint from my Makeup Forever palette. You could probably find it with Ben Nye or other makeup companies. Honestly, just a light gray paint will work just fine. I just wanted something glitter and sparkly because she's so beautiful. And I want these scales to look eye-catching. We're just doing that in between the white scales we painted on to make those white scales stand out more as well. This is going to give so much more detail and it does take a lot of time. Doing a little bit of that silver paint at the top of my forehead to cover my widow's peak and have a little bit of transition color than just that yellow-white tone to the white wig we're going to put on later. You might want to do another final powder or setting spray. And we are almost done with this makeup look, just a few steps more. I got this beautiful coat that I put over my shoulders from Amazon, and it's beautiful fur. It has two different colors, but you're only going to see the top white fur because Crossbreed Priscilla, I know she has all white fur. But I just love the texture of it. It reminds me of her. And then I got this white wig also from Amazon. Amazon's my jam. You can find anything and everything there really quick. This wig was a little bit more wavier than Crossbreed Priscilla's hair, but I was trying to straighten it and fix it. And last but final step, you do not have to do this, it's definitely optional, but I put some green contact lenses of special effect qualities in my eyes that make them look bigger and greener. And now we are finally finished with this Crossbreed Priscilla makeup transformation from the video game Dark Souls. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup, even if you've never played this video game or heard of it. This creature is just so gorgeous. I had to paint it on my face. I especially loved doing that color, even though it took so long. The eyes and just everything with the fur is so stunning to me. But sadly, it is time for me to transition into a human again, myself. Taking off foam appliances with Proside is always difficult, but isopropyl myricate helps. It's very oily and sticky, and some of the residue from the leftover bits of the appliance of the foam could get in your hair. As long as you don't get Proside in your hair, we're all good. This is so much fun. I wish I had more time to play video games, review them, do makeups of them. I really miss playing video games. Like I said before, all the products I use in this video will be listed down below in the description as always. If you do any of the makeups that I did in my videos, please post it on Instagram and tag me. I would love to see it. You guys are all very talented as well. And I will see you in another makeup transformation in the future, definitely. I love you all. I'll see you soon. Bye. And before I forget, I made a brand new lipstick with Sparrow Cosmetics, and the color is called Dusted Lily. It's available for pre-orders right now at sparrowcosmetics.com. Links will be down below, and I'm going to have a free meet and greet. You guys can all come and meet me in person if you're available on May 1st in Long Beach, California at the Marriott Hotel. It will be held there, and we're going to have exclusive offers for you to come meet me one-on-one in person. Tickets for that will be available. You can ask me any and all questions in a Q&A, or there's like an exclusive breakfast for just a select few people. Before those tickets sell out, they are available at sparrowcosmetics.com. Again, the links will be down below. I hope to meet some of you guys there on May 1st to meet all of you in person, and you could check out my lipstick, and I could thank you for watching my videos like in real life. This is definitely goodbye this time. I'll see you soon. Bye.